Okay, guys, we're going to talk about graphing again today, and we're going to talk about graphing if it's in standard form. Okay. All right, so here is standard form. So remember that standard form is ax plus by equals c, and this is different from slope-intercept. So we can make this into slope-intercept form, and that's what we're going to work on today. So if we remember from the other day, if it's a standard form, then we're going to move the AX over. You see that I've done that right here. We're going to move this AX over, and remember that it becomes, when we do that, then it becomes negative. And I'm just showing you what it looks like when it solves. We've done this. You had a quiz on it, solving for y. Okay, so we change the sign, and then we're going to drop down the by, and we're going to drop everything by b. So what I want you to notice here, that negative a over b is always your slope, and c divided by b is always your y-intercept. See how this is solved for y? So this puts it back into slope-intercept form, and this is what we talked about the other day, solving for y. So I want you to take a minute and pause the video and write this example down so that you can see how this happens. Okay? Alright, so let's do one. So here is the equation. 2x plus 3y equals 6. Okay, so you can see here that I've dropped down my 3y and I've moved my 2x over and made it negative. If you missed something on the quiz the other day, it was one of these things here. Making that negative when you move it across. Remember, we have to subtract it on the side that it's on. Okay, so then this is what we get. And after we move the negative 2x over, then we divide everything through by 3. Don't forget that if that 3 is negative, you have to divide by negative 3. That's where some of us missed it too. So then we do that. This goes to 1, so we're left with y equals negative 2/3 x, and then 6 divided by 3 is 2. So if you'll notice, this is exactly what's on your homework from Monday night. Remember that this number is your b, or your y-intercept. Okay, and then this number is your m, and we call that the slope. So you could say the pattern that this is up 2 and left 3. So let's look at what that looks like on a graph. So here it is. We have the positive 2, so here is where I put it at positive 2, and it went up 2 and left 3, and I made my dot. And that's what we did the other day, okay? So let's go with another one. Alright, so here again, I had this in this is called standard form right here. Okay, standard form. And I'm not great at writing this stylus. So I moved the 4x over and it became negative 4, because remember that we have to subtract it on the side that it's on to move it over there. We had to drop down our negative 2i. Here is where we'll make a mistake. So you have to be careful here. So when we have this negative 2, when you divide by it, you have to keep that negative with it. So then we have to check our sign. So then this goes to 1. Negative 4 divided by negative 2 is 2. 8 divided by negative 2 is negative 4. So then we come over here to graph. Remember that this is where we start. It drops it from the origin down 4 points here. And so then remember that we write all whole numbers over 1. So up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. And we keep making our dot to get that line. Okay, one more example. So let's say that this number over here is 0. Alright, so when we see this here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to move that 3 over and make it negative, because we have to subtract it on the side that it's on. So we have negative 3x plus 0. We're going to drop that negative 6 down, negative 6, divide everything by negative 6. Again, be careful with your signs. Okay, so a negative and a negative make a positive 1/2. 0 divided by 6 is 0. Now, we don't typically write this, because remember that lets us know that this is proportional. So it starts at the origin. Most of the time you're going to see it written like this. So that means it starts at the origin and it goes up 1 and over 2. Remember that positive slopes go this way, negative slopes go this way. So up 1 and over 2, up 1 and over 2. So remember, we only draw our dot after we have done both up 1 and over 2, and here's our line. So I hope this helps. This is what you're going to do on the side that says, why does a poor man drink coffee? Okay, so do these 9 problems.